Alright. Tweets sent. Discord messages sent. Stream fired up. Ready to go. Okay, I started this league yesterday, and we had quite a clean start. This is what we're playing right now. This is a Maverick list that I saw online and that I kind of liked, so I wanted to try it out. And it's been looking pretty good. I think I made some changes. I can't remember what I took out, but I added the Thalia. I had been quite impressed with Big Thalia in the Maverick shell, so I wanted to try it out, and yeah, this is, if you want to check the list, there should be a. Hopefully the Stream Decker command is the Stream Decker app is working, and then you also have the deck command that you can also check out if you want to see the list. But yeah. So we'll finish it up. I think I beat. I know I beat Rock Delver and I beat Storm. And I can't believe what the other thing I beat was. Oh yeah, it was like a blue white Eldrazi list that looked interesting. It had like tundras and stuff, and it was kind of like the Eldrazi deck that terrorized Modern for for a little bit. It was fun, but Wasteland is a very, very strong card. Anyhow, I will have to leave a little bit early today, so I think it will end up being. So I will finish this league, and then I will probably fire up a second league, and that's probably gonna be it for me today. But I have to leave. I have to leave early. All right. Let's find some opponents, shall we? There we go. Just gotta ask nicely. Just gotta ask nicely. I talked too soon. Seems like I talked too soon. Yep. My opponent must have seen that it was me and they run away scared. Everybody knows the power of Thalia. Too strong. Too damn strong. Thankfully, I'm really, really good at waiting. I'm a patient man. Alright, success. We have been paired. Very risky hand? Hell yeah. My opponent has a Wasteland or a Blood Moon. I just lose on the spot, but turn 1 Mom into turn 2 Thalia or Scrive Ranger, depending on the matchup. Sounds okay. Oh, shit. Well. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna play the Savannah, and I'm gonna see what my opponent does. They reveal a Chancellor. So they kept the card on top, which of course is bad for me. But if my opponent plays the Chancellor and Reanimates this turn, I think I'm just going to throw in a sword in there to get it countered by the Chancellor trigger, and then on my turn I'll play the land, and I will actually be able to destroy the Chancellor. That's interesting, actually. I guess I'll just play the Mom then. Chancellor trigger. Pay 1. Yes. Now we pass. So now I'm gonna get end of turn Entombed, and then they will reanimate Griselbrand on their turn. Hopefully it's reanimate and not exhume. And hopefully they have Thoughtseize and not Cabal Therapy, because Cabal Therapy would be a beating. Would be quite bad. On the plus side though, Scriv Ranger Mom is quite the combo. Scriv Ranger Mom is quite the combo. I can basically block Griselbrand indefinitely. Okay. Now let's try Caracas. Caracas would be my best row. Do I get to untap? Please and thank you. Nice. Got to untap. I'm 100%. So I can just play my basic forest and pass the turn. And then I just... actually, the annoying card here is the Tidespout Tyrant. I don't care so much about the Griselbrand. I can actually hold off the Griselbrand quite effectively. I'm gonna tap some mana here. I'm struggling, and then I'm like, nah, don't worry about it. We're fine. I guess if they manage to reanimate both, it would be quite annoying. But this is good for me. So now I block, give the Ranger Pro Black, and Griselbrand doesn't gain life. Block. This is also quite an effective trick against Depths decks. Of course, I also have not used the Scriv Ranger yet. No damage. Looting. My opponent not drawing cards was actually quite smart on their side. Sire. I guess Sire would be a little bit annoying. This is end step, right? Yep. So I will be sure to, if they actually go for the Sire, I will make sure that I source it on my main phase. It's weird, like, do I even play the Thalia here? I guess I can only play one sword anyway, because I only have a single white source. So I think I do play the Thalia. Reanimate on Chancellor. So that means they go down to 4. Ah. If they also reanimate Desire, I am so screwed. Okay. Gonna let it go. If they also reanimate this, like they exhume Desire or something like that this turn, then I'm gonna be really, really sad. Hey yo! Hey yo! Cool, so now I really want to... So I can pay 2 to Thalia. I can swing for 1, they go down to 3, and I give it pro white. I then have a Script Ranger activation, and I can play Thalia. At this point, I just don't want to give my opponent life. That's what I'm the most concerned about. So let's start here. Now they have a Griselbrand in hand. So pro white. Swing for 1. At this point, of course, we are both at the same with the same clock, but I think I am just in a better spot. My opponent has Griselbrand and 5 other cards. They are down to 3, and I think I'm going to play the Thalia here. I don't want my opponent to be able to do a bunch of things on the same turn. And at this point, if they like exhume a Sire, I don't really care anymore. Even if they take all my swords, I just swing with the Ranger a couple of times and I should be good. What I will do though is I will untap the Mom. I guess this is bad in the face of Sire. I mean, I won't have cards anyway, so whatever. So if they want to flashback looting, that basically costs them their turn, and they cannot exhume anymore. And if they like exhume the Tyrant, I think I'm still okay, because this has Pro Blue anyway, and Mom can protect any or actually 2 of my things. So I think I'm in a pretty good spot. I think I'm in a pretty good spot. If my opponent starts by attacking, I'm definitely gonna. Squirmid, how's it going? Thanks for the cheer. Thanks for them bits. Always appreciated. How's it going? No sham stream today, huh? I was sad. I was sad. We wait. Now we wait. Yeah, I think playing the Thalia there was good. I think playing the Thalia was good. They can't reanimate anything, so reanimate is a dead draw for them. I guess they can exhume. Yeah. Where's my sham fam? I know. Wait. Oh, it's so tiny. There we go. Where's my fam, man? Looting. Okay, I guess this still enables them to. So I guess they discard the Greaser brand. That's fine. And this enables them to exhume. Two, three, four, five, six. What are they gonna exhume? Animate dead the Greaser brand. Okay, this play makes no sense to me. And they tanked for a bit before actually doing this. This play makes no sense whatsoever. There's a Caracas here. Yep, Animate Dead resolves. Yeah. That's a sad image right there. That's a really sad image right there. Okay, you reanimated Griselbrand. Now it's back in your hand. That was, let's call it an interesting play. And here I'm just gonna serve with the Thalia with Pro White. And move on with my life. I can actually even wasteland my opponent. That seems not bad at all, actually. They are clearly like, yeah, I would just leave them with 2 lands, period. So I'm definitely, I wasteland my opponent and I serve with the Thalia with Pro White. And that should win me this game. Well, my opponent is really taking a minute there. I wonder if they'll just simply double queue in or something. It's a little bit annoying when it happens. It's a little bit annoying. The good thing is that it gives me some time to go refill my water. So I will be right back. Okay, they finally saw the line and they conceded. Never mind then. I won't be right back. Alright, surgicals. Yes, please. As you saw right there, Mom is actually surprisingly amazing in this matchup. Biting Needle. Teague does absolute nothing. So Teague comes out. There we go. I'm not 100% sure about Canonist. Maybe it is good. I definitely want Knights. I definitely want Thalias. Both Thalias. Definitely want Swords, Moms, Hierarchs. Ooze for sure. I definitely want Kosali. I don't think I want Rex Age, but maybe I do. Jite does not seem amazing. Excavator's not good. Probably take out one of the Green Sun Zeniths. And maybe just like 2 Canonists. They just seem so slow on the draw. Maybe even just the 1 Canonist. I don't think I want this card. Batterskull is okay for racing. Scrib Ranger is the best card in the deck. I think I'll just go with this and see how I feel about it. There's nothing that I'm excited. I guess Council's Judgment. Maybe I want this over the Canonist. Maybe I want this on the draw and Canonist on the play. Although Stoneforge seems pretty bad too. Let's do this. Done. Figure it out. Figure it out. The Reanimator matchup is pretty weird with this deck. I feel like it's okay, but then I get paired against Eric Landon and I lose every single freaking time. So I don't know whether it's him and just the average red-black Reanimator player is just so much worse than he is, or if it's just that the matchup is bad and it just happens that Eric beats me every time and I beat everybody else every time, but it's just like the way variance worked out, which could also be the case. Okay. On the draw, I guess I keep this and I beg for a land. But if I find like 2 lands, this hand is insane. And I even have some interaction. No turn 1 Chancellor is pretty good. Now I can turn 1 Mom. I mean, that's a turn 2 play if I get there. If I don't die before that, it's pretty good. So I need to draw land this coming turn. Also, if my opponent has like Dread of Night or something like that, I'm in a lot of trouble. Oh, okay, so my opponent says that he's having internet issues. I guess that explains why they're taking so long. Boy, if I would know about having internet issues. Sire of Insanity. I guess that's a fair thing to do. Actually, it's pretty smart to try to go for the Sire instead of Gristerbrand. Lotus Petal resolves. Nope. Oh, I get it. Okay, so this is really good actually. So by doing it like this, if my opponent has another Entomb in hand, they get to Entomb in response, and ooh, no Entomb. Nice, nice. So I played like quite a bit of Reanimator in paper. Wow, my opponent just did not unmask me before doing that. That's a sketchy play right there. So what I was saying is my opponent has the Lotus Petal in place. So if my opponent has another Entomb in hand, Exhume doesn't target, right? So with the Exhume on the stack, even if I exile my opponent's only creature, after my Surgical resolves, my opponent can Entomb and find another dude. And then what that does is they are able to exile, to reanimate the other guy. Which is, of course, pretty good. We did not find a land, which means that moms are gonna get aggro. What's good to see though is that I see no Dread of Knights whatsoever over there. That's probably my opponent's best draw right there. If they find any creature, yep. They even have the Exhume in hand. Fuck. Yeah. So now the Exhume Gristerbrand. I really need to draw a land there. Now I'm in a lot of trouble. Ugh. Now they draw 7. Crap. They don't even draw 7. I would definitely have drawn 7 there. I kind of want to unmask me if I'm my opponent. I guess that's a land. Play Stoneforge. Get the only equipment left in my deck. So my opponent has no interaction for my dudes. I guess Tyrant is the only interaction. So should I swing for 1? They can draw twice. Potentially 3 times. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Crap. Yeah, if we had hit our land drops, then Entomb is their last card. Damn. Holy crap. So they get the Tyrant here. Yep, makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Now they're gonna draw 14. Gonna go ahead and say that my opponent is ahead on this game. Missing that land drop was really bad for me. It's unfortunate. Pretty unfortunate. The good thing is I got to see how my opponent sideboarded. For example, they kept in all their Reanimates, or their Writs, or their Exhumes, or their Entombs and Animate Deads. They have 4 Thought Seizes, no Cabal Therapy, which is of course very important for me to know about. I don't think my opponent sideboarded at all, to be fair. Yeah, now that my opponent has the Tyrant, they played the Lotus Petal before reanimating the Tyrant. That's sketchy. Now I assume they go after my mana base, because it's the only thing I cannot protect with Mom. Unmask, Exiling, Thoughtseize. I would have definitely gone after my mana base. Unmask resolves. Batterskull. Batterskull is one of the few things I cannot protect. My opponent has made some questionable plays. Questionable plays are questionable. Flashback, looting. Now you have to go after my mana base. You just saw that I can protect with Mom. I guess not. Yep. Given this pro blue. This kind of leaves my mom like a little bit helpless. But like they would need to find a 0-drop, I guess. They should be drawing way more than they are, to be fair. They're not drawing enough cards with Griselbrand. Yep. Definitely not drawing enough cards with Griselbrand. Scream Ranger would be insane here. Like the absolute nuts. Man, Scream Ranger would be so good here. So the question here is, do I play the Python Needle, which is gonna get bounced? I think I do, just kind of for the issue on the Griselbrand. But any spell they play is just gonna bounce the needle anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I would definitely draw 7 in response though. Make sure I have stuff to play on my turn. Yep, makes a lot of sense. Honestly, at that point, like the best draw would have been Caracas, because Caracas would have allowed me to like play the sword and deal with the Griselbrand. And Python Needle is not something that I can protect from the Tyrant. Actually, I'm dead on board. I just noticed. Yeah, I know. Can you imagine give Tyrant pro black? That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Yeah, I think I'm dead this I'm literally dead on board. My opponent has 7+4. All I need to do is just right click, attack all. I don't know if they have figured that out yet. They have perfect information though. They know that I have no answers to their stuff. Again, going after my dudes. At this point, I'm gonna let this go. Tyrant is so badass. It's pretty sick. This guy's pretty badass. Not a big fan of the art choice, but I guess this might be cheaper on Moto, which wouldn't surprise me. Yep. They have not yet figured out that. There we go. They finally decide to go for the bounce your land play. Both of your dudes fly. Yep. Alright, on the play. On the play. Judgment looks very, very slow. I wonder if I want the Sage. I don't think I do, but Stoneforge also seems really bad. Probably Canonist is better than Stoneforge. Definitely all of my 1-drops. I think I also want all of my 2-drops. Yeah, I'm just gonna take out the Stoneforge package. Bring in Canonists, and I guess I'll bring in the Judgment. Go with this. I've officially run out of water. Oh, we go fill it up soon. His hand looks okay, I guess. Turn 1, Hierarch, 10-2, Mom into Thalia. Hopefully no Chancellor revealed. Yep, Chancellor revealed. Shit. So I feel like I want to throw something under the bus here. And I think it's gonna be the Noble Hierarch. Because I can't waste 2 turns before playing Thalia or Canonist. Can't afford to do that. Going to discard. Yep, I guess that's a way to get rid of your things. Play Thalia. Now at least this slows them down a little bit. Can even wasteland that. Feels good. Waste plus Canonist. Play Canonist. Wasteland them. I'm gonna look at my opponent's list again. Swing for 2. The clock has started. Bayou. Bayou and Scrubland? Looting. Okay, so now my best draw, I guess, it's gotta be something like Grave Titan. Well, that one's rough. It's cool that Canonist kind of stops any Dark Ritual shenanigans. Man, this would have been sweet. I think I'm going to play Mom here, so I can start swinging past whatever my opponent puts in front of me. So, attack with all. So they go down to 14. Man, they sideboarded differently because I don't see any Grave Titans in the list that my opponent showed me when I surgicaled. So they did make some changes. Let's put it like this. Make this a little bit smaller so I can see chat. Unmask. Alright. If they are spending their turn unmasking, I'm actually happy about that. They took the Thalia, and surprisingly, that one's not bad. Yeah, I'm serving with everything here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man, that Thalia would have been so much gas this turn. Mom is definitely getting in there. I love that we drew like no hate whatsoever, and it's just like a couple of stupid hate bears just like chilling. And that got him. Nice. No second land, just wasteland and a couple of like stupid hate bears. Get the job done. Feels good, man. Feels good. Alright, we're 4-0. We are 4-0. Eight and 3 on stream. Eight and 3 record on stream. Holy crap! 7 and 1 record off stream with this deck. Damn. Is that like 15 and 4? 15 and 4 is pretty fucking good. Nice. Yeah, I've been enjoying this list quite a bit. The only thing I'm not sure is the 3 Stoneforgers. I think it makes sense because this list, without having the black, we can actually add a heavier Stoneforge package. Usually Maverick lists do not run Batterskull, and they just play like a sword and a GT. Sometimes they play like another sword, maybe like Light and Shadow or the white red one, War and Peace. Sometimes they also play one of those swords as well. but this list goes for the Batter Skull, which honestly with Gaia's Cradle, it's far from impossible to cast. Honestly, it's far from impossible to cast, which is pretty good. Um, to be fair though, the card that I've been liking a lot is this Thalia. The first list I tried was playing 2 of this. That seemed like a bit too much, but just as a one-off, it looks pretty good. Yesterday I was playing. Yesterday I was playing against Rock Delver, and I just played both Thalias, and they just like my opponent didn't. I guess they didn't notice, and they just attacked with their 3/4 Goyf into my 2 Thalias, and they just like basically suicided a Goyf into my board. This hand is not good enough. I guess I'll keep this one. Card on top is awful. I have the worst card in the deck to draw. Yeah, this is not looking great for the home team here. We'll see what we're playing against. Let's see what we're playing against. Oh, don't tell me this is like Grixis. Trop, I guess, tells me that this is Infect? Interesting. Maybe banned. So I guess I play around Ace. And I definitely want to wasteland him, so I'm doing this first. And then I play Jita. This is maybe worth forcing, I guess. Alright, now what? Now what? Preordain. Okay, see, I doubt that Infect is playing Preordain, so I would put my opponent in some kind of like Bant Blade stuff, I guess. Yeah, but I'm afraid that my opponent is gonna play a Knight next turn. If my opponent plays a Knight, then I'm the one that's fucked, right? Because I'm not gonna suicide a Noble Hierarch into a Knight. Right, Lewis? And thanks for checking out the stream, by the way, Lewis. I still don't know what my opponent is on. If I know for a fact that my opponent is on Infect, then I think, you know, the fact that they have Wasteland makes me think that they are actually on some kind of Ant deck. And also, I'm clearly a pro, so yeah. So I want to play my Dry Diver, which sucks. I hate drawing Dry Diver. That's blech. Yeah, at this point, now that they showed me a Wasteland, I think I am going to assume they bottom topped with their Preordain, by the way. But yeah, I mean, I think that if my opponent actually like had a second land and they play a Knight on turn 2, I'm just like crazy far behind. And thanks for the follow, Lewis. Appreciate it. 123. So next turn, Is my opponent brainstorm locked? Please let my opponent be brainstorm locked. I guess it's they find a wasteland. Yeah, I've been enjoying Legacy quite a bit, honestly. Is this a dismember? Hoodie mandrills or something like that? What the fuck? What is this shit? So, question here. The question here is, do I suicide my Dryad Arbor in order to kill their Noble Hierarch? I guess I can also kill their Mandrills. I feel like I'm more interested in killing their Hierarch though. Is this worth doing? Or should I just play my Ooze and or a Tracker? I think I want to suicide my Arbor. I mean, if you have never run against this guy, then this guy clearly doesn't play much. I feel like I really want to kill this this Noble Hierarch. So I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna do it. How's it going, Berlin One? So far so good. We're currently 4-0 when we're playing against banned stuff. I will be running Legacy today, mostly because I need to leave early, and I wanna, if I can, I want to. And you know, I want to make sure that I play another league and I have enough time to run it. Yeah, so I definitely want to kill that Hierarch, and I'm going to take 4 for a couple of turns from this Hoodie Mandrill. Also, my opponent brainstormed last turn and they didn't shuffle, which is also pretty good. I would love if I draw land though. What a pro. What a pro. I'm gonna fetch first, play around Stifle. No Stifle. Now we can play around Days safely. Stream Decker is not working. Oh! Spell Snare! Holy crap, my opponent's going deep. The expensive legacy only cards this deck run. So the expensive legacy only cards are Wastelands. Are you talking expensive in terms of Magic Online or in terms of paper? That's not a bad draw, actually. I want to play this in order to play around Days. I don't want to run this tracker into Days. That would be my opponent. That would be giving my opponent like some way to get ahead, which I don't want to. And actually, second Noble Hierarch allows me to serve with this into my opponent's mandrills. Yeah, my opponent is forced. Yep, and they did have the Days. We're playing good. We're playing well, boys. We're playing good. Okay, I'm gonna equip and pass a turn. In paper, there's a lot more. In paper, there's it plays a 1 of Gaia's Cradle. I'm actually building this deck in paper right now. 1 Gaia's Cradle, 3 Savannas. The other thing is this is super interesting. Actually, I think I want to Zenith for 1, get another Noble Hierarch, and this GT counter actually allows this Hierarch with the second Exalted trigger to serve into the Hoodrin Mandrills. So I think I'm also kind of short on mana, so this is a play that makes sense to an extent. I am going to play the Noble Hierarch again. I'm going to Zenith for Noble Hierarch, I mean. Yeah, but they are super cheap in Moto. GTA is like 20 something bucks in paper. Moms are like $3, so I don't consider that to be expensive. But Caracas is actually expensive in paper, and it's like a couple of bucks in Moto. Holy crap! My opponent is very much living that tempo life over there. Spell Snare main deck, Spell Pierce. Of course they're running Daze. At least it's giving me a lot of time because my opponent cannot attack with the Hoodin Mandrills, because then I start putting GT counters on, and that's really bad for them. There's no need for me to kill the Hierarch yet. I will see what I draw. Okay, I'd rather my tracker die. I definitely want to kill the Hierarch. Let's start there. And I'm gonna run my tracker into a Daze here, so I enable a Knight on my next turn, because I'm not gonna play around the third Daze, right? The second one is fine. He can Daze this, yeah, that's fine. It also puts them behind the land drop, which it's something that they were really struggling with. They replay the same drop. Yeah, so that wasteland on drop really put them behind. Okay. I'm doing this right now. This seems better than running another Knight. And this enables my Hierarch to start serving and start getting GT counters. I guess this enables another Pierce, which would tap my Hierarch. But I mean, I'm paying for it anyway, right? Nice. Okay. Get in there, Hierarch. Let me attack, please. No dismember. Just F6 in here. No dismember one time. Yeah, my opponent's on a very interesting list. Any deck that's playing Noble Hierarchy in Legacy, I like. But it's interesting. It is quite interesting. Okay, well, my opponent thinks about this one. I'm gonna go get more. What? They have the Dismember. No, Stifle. Sure. They were smart. They did stifle the. They stifled the Exalted trigger. That's a good play. Okay, shuffle or no shuffle? Shuffle or no shuffle? They only have 4 cards in hand, so they are running on the low side. They chose to not shuffle. Yeah, they have a Volk now. I assume they bolt the Hierarch. So they are actually on Rug. So I'm playing Teak here because I want to force the Bolt out of my opponent's hand. And if they don't have a Bolt, having GT counters seems better than running a Knight into a Daze. This allows me to play around Daze. And also to have like a stupid 2-2 that next turn I can... Next turn I can equip with GT even if I don't draw a land. Okay. Float a red. Now what? Why would they let me untap? I really don't understand that. Yep. 1 mana would go to waste anyway, so it's like it's fine. Okay. So now we have a Teague, which stops Force of Will. Nothing else. Ah, the daggers. That's pretty funny actually. Stifle the GT equip? No. Bolt in response. Alright, Delver. What now? Revealing Force. Delver Revealing Force with only 2 cards in hand. So here, actually, I'm going to Zenith on 2. Let's see if this resolves or if my opponent forces. I guess this also runs into days, but Knight would also run into days. Oh yeah, oh yeah, Screeve Ranger baby. I could have an extra mana if I wanted to. Wow, I just realized. Untap target creature. So I can like destroy phantasmal images and shit. That's very interesting. I never had that interaction come up before, but is Boulder last card, damn it. I don't even know why I did that. I totally forgot that I played this land this turn. I thought that that was a mistake. I should have not done that. Just plain mistake. I'm gonna draw like some other better land than Horizon Canopy. I'm gonna yep. Just be really sad. And damn, I'm just playing into Stifle like a madman. Yeah, that was just a bad play. Don't mind me. I'm just here sucking. No days, no blue card, please. No days. Oh shit. Second Delver. Okay. That was bad. That was real bad. Bouncing that Savannah made no sense. I totally forgot. I thought that I had drawn the Green Sun Zenith instead of the Canopy. Yeah, he's been drawn pretty well, considering that we like left them on 1 land for like a quite a large portion of this game. I'm honestly a big fan of taking out the stupid Mongoose. I don't like that card at all, and playing Noble Hierarchs instead. They put me in a 2-turn clock? Shit. So I need to draw swords here. Swords? It's not enough. It's not enough. You're 1 turn too late. Yeah, these Exalted triggers. Yeah, like not playing that land, bouncing this land for no reason, and taking 1 damage from the stupid Canopy is gonna cost me this game. Because this turn I could play the Wasteland, play the Thalia 2, Wasteland the red source. They're gonna swing. I would be at 5. They're gonna swing for 4, go down to 1, and then next turn I equip GT and swing with Thalia, and instead I am actually dead on board right now. So that was just a bad mistake. That was just bad. I don't even know why I did that. I don't even know why I did that. That was just stupid. All right, next game. Next game, I want chokes. and my entire deck is pretty good in this matchup. Yeah, we're 4-0 currently. Although I started this league yesterday, and I 3-0'd, and then I'm finishing it today. I don't think I want to bring in Gideons. Thalia is actually quite important in this matchup, so the Planeswalkers are mostly for control matchups. Here, against Delver, like 4 and 5 mana is just so good. It's just so much, I mean. Judgment... I guess I need to bring in Judgment, though, because it's my only answer to True Name Nemesis. I want Forges, I want Thalias, I want Uses, I definitely want Square Ranger. I might want Kasali. Maybe? Definitely want Chokes, especially on the play. Chokes are the nuts. This is tough. I need one more. I need to trim one more card. One more card. Tracker, maybe? No, I'm gonna trim. My opponent showed me Spell Pierce and stuff like that. I'm just gonna take out more Cnets. It's not like I'm looking for anything in particular anyway, right? Keep and get wrecked by Wasteland. Yeah. Yeah, we're choking here. We're not messing around. We are not messing around. On the plus side, if they spend their turn, wastelanding me, they are not killing Mom, and then Mom is gonna be pretty hard for them to deal with. Yeah, Arkan, if you hadn't noticed, this kind of X matchup against Grixis is pretty damn bad, so... So the 3 chokes are kind of like the way we beat Grixis. If my opponent plays a land and they tap out for something, I'm going to wasteland them, but secretly I don't want... I mean, here the turn 1 wasteland is gonna get me though, unless I found a white source next turn or something. Sometimes the turn 1 wasteland gets you, and I could have... That was probably even a mistake, and I should have just like fetched for a basic plains with the Heath. But if I draw a Noble Hierarch or something like that, I'm just gonna feel so stupid that I thought it was worth the risk to fetch for a non-basic there. Nice. So here do we just stare at each other? I think we do stare at each other. I'm not gonna play into Stifle. And my opponent also wastes their mana. Because if they ever tap out, I just waste their Volk. Yep, Captain Haddo, that's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. I looked at the use and I was like, maybe I should. You know, if I draw something like a Noble Hierarch, I'm just gonna feel super bad. Delver. So my opponent is represented Stifle super hard here. It's a nice draw. That is a nice draw. So I'm gonna start here. My opponent will probably stifle this. And then I will go get a plains. This Heath is 100% getting a plains. Actually, I should have fetched in response to this delta. Yep. It's fine though. It's okay. So they stifle this. I fetch. Now I get a basic plains. And I play. What's up, Romario? How's it going? They stifle the catacombs. That's fine. I think I play the Thalia here. This runs in 2 days. But I mean, I kind of don't want to waste him. Because I am the one that's a little bit... I think I will make better use of my mana than my opponent. And since they fetch a second Volcanite, it makes me think that they already have another land with a green source. You like Swords now? Yeah, that's probably good too. I wonder if my opponent kept Daces in on the draw though. I would not be surprised if they just sided out their Daces. So I think if we draw one more land, we're gonna be in a really, really good spot. That's bad. True name Nemesis. Fuck! Shit. Land. Gonna run one of my Thalias in 2 days. So now my opponent will wasteland my wasteland. Ugh. This is bad. This is so bad. I still think my opponent has a green source in their hand. Yep, there it is. Yeah. So I need a land right here so I can jam my Stoneforge. I'm so sad right now. So freaking sad. If my opponent attacks with Delver, if my opponent attacks with Delver, do I trade for my mom? I think I do. They did not, but if they did, I think I actually trade with the mom there. Green source. Green source. case you guys haven't figured out, we're not winning this race. My opponent knows that any threat is fine because I can't even swords them. Yeah, it's game over now. I might have one more turn. Yeah, I honestly don't think Rogue is a good deck. I think if I drew exactly like basic forest and my opponent does not flip his Delver again. No, I will need 2 turns. Yeah, I will need 2 turns, so it's just not good enough. Ooze cannot eat anything. Ooze cannot eat anything. I kinda need to like jam Stoneforge right now. Hope my opponent doesn't counter it. Also hope my opponent does not have a Bolt. But this is the world we live in, and I just need to go get Jite. At least they can't haircut Force. So they need Force and blue card. Or Daze, I guess. Daze is also an option. My opponent is all about those mismatched duels. Okay. Why? Why? Please, opponent, please. Please. Stifle is such a bad card, and it just got me so bad. Both games. It just got me so bad both games. Last game with this stupid, like, stop your freaking. Now they have an answer to the Script Ranger. Oh my god, this is a nightmare. This is a freaking nightmare. This is a freaking. And they drew the spell snare, they didn't fetch. Bolt. Just end it, opponent. Just finish it. Just kill me. No, it's gonna be the. This is the lock. This is the lock. Yep. Give my opponent the GG's and concede in shame. Alright. Tough. I gotta say though, I very much like the inclusion of Noble Hierarch over Nimble Mongoose. Mongoose is just a bad card. Almost there. All right. So we can do some more Maverick. We can do some more Maverick, or we can do some 4-color loam. What do you guys want to see? Do Do you guys want to see Loam, or do you want to see the list that we just forewarned with? This is the Loam list. Just, you know, kind of stock for Loam. Or will we just play it? Which is this. Loam. What other votes? What other votes do we got? More Maverick. All right, so 1-1. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. So you guys just put them votes on the chat, and I'm going to, whenever I get back, whatever gets the most votes, that's what we're gonna be playing. I'll be right back. Okay. So 2 votes Loam, 2 votes Maverick. I'm gonna dig in this Maverick list, so I think I am going to edge on the side of Maverick. Okay, so again, this is the list. I've been having like I had already 3-4-1s and a 3-2 with this league so far, with this list so far. So I think the list looks pretty good. I kind of would like something like a Holy Light or something like that. Probably over a Canonist. Because I feel like the Elves matchup is awful, and I kind of want some other answers to True Name Nemesis, and in... So that's the only thing I've been thinking, like over the 4th Canonist to play a Holy Light. I'm gonna ride again though. I don't want to go buy Holy Lights. Rewind Maverick. Alright, I'm gonna try this again. Unfortunately, we need to update our beautiful record text. Which is sad. Which is really, really sad, but it is what it is. No 5-0 for us. Alright. I feel like I played against this opponent before, but I'm not sure what they are on. I don't remember. This hand is very, very keepable though. So I'm gonna keep. The question is, do we hierarch on turn 1 or do we portent? Okay, so they are on miracles. So I'm gonna hierarch then. So I'm gonna lead on hierarch, then on turn 2 I think I will play Thalia and hold up Caracas. The Reanimator matchup is very like strange, to be honest. Basically, I beat it most times. I'm not playing against Eric, and I lose to Eric every single time. That's my story with the Reanimator matchup. So I think I have a good Reanimator matchup, but a bad Eric matchup. Yep. 100% Guru basics are nice. You see? What? What is that? Really? Are they playing Storm with Portent? Is that what's going on? Because this is weird. I'm gonna edge in the side of caution, and I'm going to do the play that I just said. Gonna do this and see what my opponent does. If they are on Storm, this should be like, you know, annoying enough to stop them from going off next turn. And on the following turn, if they show me that they are on Storm, I can just Zenith Fatigue. Now at this point, I think they are on Storm, so I will actually Zenith Fatigue right now. And I'm gonna do this off the foothills. Actually, I'm gonna serve first. To you. Three you, I guess. All right. GG's maybe? Okay, opponent confirmed not on Storm. They are on some kind of Esper control shenanigans. We're wasting here. And I think I am going to... Okay, Esper Miracles. Thanks for the heads up, Nikos. So I'm going to play Stoneforge and I'm gonna get Batterskull, which should be good against the whole... Should I get Skull or should I get Sword? Probably the Skull is better, huh? I just don't want to overextend into a Terminus. Next turn I can flash in and equip the Thalia. But I'm not even sure I want to be doing this. Yeah. Alright. Esper Miracles. First time I've seen this. My opponent's going deep. On the plus side though, this is nice because that means that we actually get to connect with the sword, which is pretty cool. And we also get to hold up Savannah. To hold up Caracas, I mean. So we 6 my opponent. We 7 actually my opponent. Put them on a 2-turn clock. Draw a card. Not bad. Not bad at all. They have to pay white to activate Myth Realized. This creature's number of counters on it. Okay. Alright. Three Dread of Night in the sideboard. Alright. So I definitely won this. Definitely won this. I probably won Rex Sage. Still not sure about what my opponent's doing, but I probably want Rex Sage. I probably don't want the swords. I definitely want Sylvan Library. And I'm a little bit on the edge about chokes. Maybe I want 2 chokes, but not the full 3. Maybe I want 2 chokes, but not the full 3. One Mayborn Plague. Holy crap. My opponent showed me that they were willing to fetch for all of their basics. The thing is, does one swamp and 1 plains do enough for them? I don't want Excavator. Choke is like better Excavator basically. And probably side out a couple of Zeniths. Combine a mana cost. I want Teague for Terminus, Jace, stuff like that. I want Pride Mage because my opponent for sure has like back to basics, some shit like that, guaranteed. Do I want Judgment? Or do I prefer Choke? Are we going all in on Choke? Let's try this. I definitely like Choke way better on the play than on the draw. So maybe yeah, my reasoning for Jite is more than anything the fact that I want to have answer to Monastery Mentor, which I think it's quite likely my opponent has. This is a keep. It's nice that I get to fetch for basics against a deck that I suspect my opponent is playing turn 1 Thoughtseize. Sure. I suspect that my opponent must be on some kind of they might have back to basics or something. Then I mean, they didn't fetch for the UC, so maybe they don't. Now the question here is... The question here is... Do I hierarch or do I mom? I think I hierarch. It's interesting that my opponent took the sword over the Stoneforge. I hate this. I hate whenever this happens. It's the worst feeling in the world. So I guess I'm just gonna run into a counterspell here, right? That seems to be what's going on. No, no counterspell. Okay. So now I am getting the skull, because I have no other option. And I don't think I want to play the mom. Yeah, Portent is super weird. Portent is screaming miracles at me. I don't think that any sane person would run would run Portent over Preordain. So it's not that they are lacking cantrips. Yeah, I literally have no idea what to expect from this opponent. I have no idea what to expect. I don't know. I really don't know. Yep, so they are running Terminus, which makes me feel really smart that I didn't just like slam this mom into Terminus for no reason. Terminus resolves. Let's try choke, shall we? How many lands can a person draw? And the worst ones. I didn't even draw a Canopy or a Caracas, the ones that do something. These are just like straight out the worst possible draws in my deck. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Jace. Yep, this game is over. Well, but now we know a little bit better what my opponent's doing, right? I'm gonna be bringing Python Needle. I am definitely starting out GT. And Council's Judgment is coming in. So we got some more options. I guess I'm jamming that one. Resolves? So you're saying there's a chance. And this mom is gonna mindlessly run into that Jace. At this point, yeah, this is not doing anything. So bad that we drew this Dry Arbor. I could have like fetched for an Arbor and like double the clock on this Jace. Shit. Yeah, let's hope this choke gets me there. I'm not liking my position though. I'm gonna hold this fetch uncracked though, in case my opponent starts plussing here. Okay. That's really bad. I'm slamming this I'm slamming this Batter Skull into Spell Pierce, I guess. They know about the skull too. So they want to fetch Scrabland. Makes sense. I guess I don't need to play around Spell Pierce then. Yeah, it's gonna be a pain. Is this better? So what I can do is I can play Dried Arbor. Play Dried Arbor as my land for turn. Play Stoneforge, fetch Jite, play Jite. And next turn I can like either flash in Batterskull or do some other stuff. Or I can, yeah, because I can actually equip Jite, serve at the Jace, see what my opponent does, and take it from there. So I think I like this. Man, this would be so much better if I had drawn the GT and he discarded it than me just drawing like stupid. Play GT, pass the turn. I assume that my opponent has disenchant or something. Fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck. Fuck. On the plus side, this allows me to fetch Dried Arbor at instant speed. Because now it's back in my deck. Fucking card. It's not looking great. It's not looking great. I need like some other threat. Threat, please. Thalia would be pretty nice. Okay, it's not over. It's not over. It's not over. Resolve. 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 Yes! Okay, 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 okay. There's a chance. There's a chance. We can get there, boys. We can get there. We can get there. Holy crap. Holy crap. Can we get there? Alright. Alright. I am 100% fetching. Yes! Woo! 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 Oh yeah! Well, this... I can't believe we won that game. That's amazing. Man, I love this deck. I love this deck. That was amazing. That was amazing. That was... Dude. Still no idea what my opponent was doing. They for sure were like playing some Terminuses and stuff, but like Vindicate does not seem like strong enough to warrant the black splash, honestly. This is Sneep. Yep. Keep this. I'm gonna fetch on the first turn in case my opponent is playing some like Delver stuff thing. My opponent is on black Reanimator. We are dead. Yep. Oh, they might not be on Reanimator, I guess. Yeah, oh, I have no idea that whether my opponent was playing back to basics or not. I was hedging against back to basics because I'm like that card just freaks me out. But it's a good draw. If my opponent small boxes me though, I'll give them a slow clap. Yeah, they are on Reanimator. So Mom is actually pretty good in the matchup. Blue-black Reanimator. Oh, Storm. Maybe they are on Storm actually, because that would actually make more sense. No, he did not cast the back to basics. He casted Jace, and then I immediately resolved the choke, which was enough to get there. Oh, also they top deck a Terminus and they miracled it, and then I untapped and I drew a Gideon. So so that was fun. That was a fun match. Opponent making some bold deck choices. Thalia, Gadoptig. Basic planes, I guess. Okay, so what do we do here? I think this Mom is gonna serve. At this point, I'm putting my opponent on Storm. Thoughtseize, Petal, Brainstorm is just means Storm to me. So this Mom is going to get in there. This Mom is gonna serve. What I'm trying to think though is, what do I fetch with Stoneforge? Number one, and number two, what do I do on the following turn? I mean, I think whatever I fetch with the Stoneforge is pretty much irrelevant though, because my opponent can have like a Cabal Therapy or another Thoughtseize. So I'm not so concerned about that, and I'm for sure playing Knight on my following turn anyway. So let's start here. I think I'm more interested in getting Sword, because I want to draw into my hate pieces, mainly Teague and Thalia. But I definitely want to be clocking him with this Mom. And I think I'm going to fetch because my opponent knows about this. And I also want to kind of thin a little bit. It might come down to bite me later if I want to fetch for Dryad Arbor for whatever reason. I'm gonna get Sword here. Maybe actually I should have gotten Jite there. No, it's fine. I want Sword. The issue with Sword is that now it can get Thoughtseize or the rest or something. Because next turn, I mean, my opponent has 2 turns to Thoughtseize or the rest me. On the plus side, if they have Thoughtseizes and Duresses, that means they don't have rituals and stuff to actually kill me. So that's a bright side, I guess. But I definitely want to try to clock my opponent ASAP. Five cards in hand. My opponent for sure can win from this. Down goes the Sword. Maybe that because of the duress, it's a reason why I should I mean, yeah, I'm slamming Knight. Knight is the better clock. I can even like do the dumb play of wastelanding myself if I need to. But I definitely want to make my opponent try to make my opponents ad nauseums as worst as I can possibly do them. They also don't know about this wasteland, so they might fetch a non-basic here, which is good for me, of course. So next turn I swing for 6, put a Stoneforge into play. Great draw. And Stoneforge gets Jite 4, 5, 6. Yep. Jite doesn't speed up the clock though, but that stupid Stoneforge is exactly the 1 damage that I need to kill my opponent next turn. And now my opponent's ad nauseums are not gonna be too great. And this is something that I learned about about playing against Storm is just like game one, Mom gets in there. Game one against Storm, Mom is gonna get in there. So now I have 6 and my opponent can do whatever they want. Okay. Crack pedal for Ponder is something I'm happy about. And Mom serving all of these turns was actually what got me. They chose to shuffle, another good thing for me. Mom serving all of these turns is what actually helped me to be in this position right now, where I have lethal in play next turn. I'm also at 19, which means that my opponent needs to storm for 10. Got there. Mom beatdowns. Mom beatdowns. That felt pretty good. Against Storm, we're doing some of this. Yeah. So in this matchup, the Stoneforge package is just plain awful. So I just basically side it all out. And so the swords are terrible. This is what I always struggle with. Like, what are the rest of the cards? This is great. This is bad, but it is what it is. This is great. This is okay, I guess. This is ramp. I want all my Synneths to go get Teagues. I guess I choke him. Rex Sage. 2 chokes, 1 Sage. My curve looks pretty damn nice though. So there's that. I think I can take out Excavator, put in Sylvan Library. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I don't think I haven't seen Bob off a Tendrils list in probably months, if not years. And before keeping Sword, I would probably keep Jite. Jite at least like gains some life. It also kills Bob, and I guess it speeds up our clock sometimes. Yeah, that's exactly what I think. Is that people just don't. Yeah. That's why Sophie is still in there. Sophie clocks and draws us into our hate bears, which we have 9 of. These are the relevant hate bears. There are 9. But I don't like Excavator in this matchup, so I think I'm going to do this. There we go. Game 2. This hand looks slightly sketchy, but having 2 Noble Hierarchs gives me enough confidence that one of them will make it. So I will keep. Also, Zero Man interaction is pretty good. Thoughtseize resolves. I guess Thalia is gonna bite the dust. This seems like the best pick. Yep. Alright. Go to Savannah, play my Hierarch, pass the turn. I can ask him if you want. I can ask him for a pick, and I can send it to you if you want. But yeah, Luis was flying to like Denmark or something today, so I don't know. I don't think I can get it for you today, but I can for sure get it to you like tomorrow or the day after. But yeah, he 5-0'd twice though in the last 2 days, so maybe it gets published. Um, I saw his list though; it looked really sweet. Lejeune, are we in any like chat or Discord or something like that, so you can like remind me of asking him to do it? Uh, I guess I play Big Thalia is the one that clocks the best here, right? I'm not excited about having being susceptible to massacre though. I am seriously considering just like wastelanding my own savannah, so my opponent cannot massacre me for free. He did a couple. I think I know for a fact that he added a third angel. I think he did so instead of the cyborg ancestral, because I was with him when he made the change. So he basically he added a second base layer to the Lyra that was already there. And I don't think he changed anything else. I know that he was playing the one main deck ancestral, the 4 terminus. I think 4 terminus 1. I think it was 4 terminus 1 one, what's his name? Yep. It should be. I should probably make a command for that. But yes, I for sure do donation deck lists if you are interested in seeing any sweet list in particular. But yeah, as long as you, I don't have mana traders or anything like that, so it's one of those things that I will basically check your list. If I have most of the cards or all of the cards, all I will ask you to do is just to pay for the league entry. That's gonna be the thing. So that's my system for right now. But if it's like, if I don't have it, but the cards that I'm missing are like 2 tickets, you're still fine. Don't worry about it. I will get the cards that I'm missing and I will play your deck. But yeah, but for sure take care of the league entry. Okay, back to the match. We have surgical as interaction. And honestly, I'm a little bit tempted to surgical my opponent's delta and see what they got going on there. So that way I know whether I want to wasteland and play some dudes, or whether I want to play tracker and like start clocking them even harder. Also, it would be nice to know about like massacres and stuff like that. Delta is for sure the duel they have the most of. So I think I'm gonna go for that. Surgical polluted delta. This might be a little bit aggressive. But what I'm trying to do is Oh. My opponent is on Tess. My opponent is on Tess, actually. No, but what I want to do is I think that the information right now, it's very valuable because it will help me make a decision on this very turn. I want to know whether I want to play Tireless Tracker because my opponent is just like very close to going off. Or I want to play 2 dudes and just clock them with the Thalia and actually wasteland them. For example, I see that they are a little bit short on mana, so this incentivizes me quite a bit to actually go for the double dude and play and wasteland them. Also, by doing this, what is kind of sweet is now that I know that they are on Tess, even though I thought they were on Ant. And against Tess, getting Mom into play is very important in order to like crack through Empty the Warrens tokens, because I have literally no answers for Empty the Warrens tokens. Also, now I know that my opponent does not have another swamp. In fact, that the swamp is the only basic they have.
So what this does is now I was considering actually wastelanding my opponent Mire so I could basically stop them from shuffling from a brainstorm. But now that I know that my opponent will take at least 2 turns before they can fetch with this, I am very incentivized to actually destroy this volcanic island instead. So I think that surgical in there is like a little bit on the aggressive side. I think it's a little bit on the aggro side, but it could be okay. The fact that they have double Burning Wish, it's a little bit rough. But this Thalia is doing so much work. This Thalia is doing so much work. I guess they can wish for a Massacre. So that's also something that I can be considering here. So maybe wastelanding myself is the way to go. But if they... So they cannot wish this turn, right? There's no way they can wish this turn. So they will have to like wish on the following turn unless they draw exactly a Chrome Mox and they imprint another Burning Wish. Man, this is actually super, super interesting. Having complete information is just so... It helps me playing out my turns in a very, very effective way. So yeah, so I just took a screenshot of my opponent's deck, put it over here on the side. Okay, make sure I can still read chat. There we go. Okay, so I think what I want to do is I want to wasteland my opponent's volcanic. I want to play the Hierarch and the Mom, and play Canopy as my land for turn. Alternatively, I can play Hierarch and Mom and wasteland my own Savannah, and that basically my opponent cannot wish for a Massacre. If they draw White Knight HHT 108, thanks for following. If my opponent cannot wish for a Massacre. Yeah, for sure. So those are the options. Wastelanding myself, it's a little bit sketchy, but it makes sense. So Massacre, it's a little bit of a beating, but my opponent would have to like brainstorm exactly into like Chrome Mox plus something else. They have a brainstorming hand. They would need to like brainstorm into Chrome Mox, and then they can like... Man, this is hard. If anything, I'm gonna see what my opponent does here, and I'm gonna do this on upkeep. So they do brainstorm end of turn. So this is their only untapped red source, and next turn I get to swing for 5 again, and then they can Massacre me. So this is the moment. I think I might need to wasteland myself here. The problem is my opponent can like Rite of Flame and Dark Red next turn. I kind of go off. Yeah, I'm gonna wasteland them. It would be nice to draw a Canonist on my next turn. So I serve for 5 here. So I can swing for 5 here. And play a tracker, play Caracas, and draw a card. So then tracker, even through a massacre, I will still have 3 lands in play, a card in hand, and a tracker with 4 power. Alternatively, I can cycle Canopy and try to find exactly Canonist or Thalia. I guess it's not Thalia because they can Dark Rit. So I think I'm gonna go for the tracker line here. Because also, I mean, I have to draw exactly like Thalia or Teague, I guess. But I would also be down the land. Yeah. So this gives me the option. I guess now they wish for Massacre. And the question is, do I want to save Thalia or do I want to save Tracker? Because I can only save one of the two. And at this point, I think I want to save the Tracker. Because the Tracker is going to hit harder. Are they just going off? They're just going off. Never mind. Never mind, they just got it. I have the Peef. Yeah, they wish for Massacre. I give this pro black, I guess, before death. Alright, 0 mana, wipe my board. Yeah, cycling into Surgical would have been nice. Empty for quite a bit. Right, I'm not dead then. So my opponent still has 1 wish. So is it better for me to attack or is it better for me to... I think it's better for me to pass. No Middle Age. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, I guess Tabby would be nice here. Tabby would be nice. This will buy them quite a bit of time. But now I can also start drawing cards, and my opponent is actually quite a bit far from lethal. Oh no, they can like wish. They can wish into like Grape Shot and stuff, right? They're probably short on mana at this point though. Yeah, this is very interesting. Like, does my opponent serve with everything? Do they leave blockers? What do they do? Block 2. I go down to 7. 6. Oh, I took 9? I thought I took 8. That's weird. So I can. I think I might need to get lucky here. My opponent has 10 attackers. My opponent has 10 attackers. And I'm at 6. So I can. I have to take 1 in order to cast both of my dudes. And I also need to tap the knights, so that's lethal. So what I think I need to do... Yeah, but I need to actually take 1 from Canopy, so I would be down to 6. Yeah, 3 blockers at most, and my opponent has 10 dudes going on over there. So I think what I need to do is I need to play my Hierarch, and I am going to fetch my Savannah away for Chaos Cradle. I need to crack Canopy, and I have to draw exactly Scavenging Ooze. And then I can block with 3 and gain 1 life. That seems to be the only line that actually makes me survive. So I have to go get Cradle. Go get Cradle. I don't want to take 1 from this Canopy, so it's better for me to actually crack the Canopy. And I need to draw exactly Scavenging Ooze. So then I can have 3 blockers and gain 1 life. Ooze. Nope. Alright, that was the play though. I have 3 blockers, I'm at 6, and that's like the only way that I can do this. Yep, my opponent just serves with everything and I die. Yep, we're dead. Yeah, Zenith also didn't do it. Alright, we're playing against Tess though. How does that change in sideboarding? Surgical less good, and also I guess Batterskull is better. Because if I have Batterskull, then the whole empty thing gets much more awkward for them. Also, Choke does not seem great. My opponent can very easily just fetch for like Swamp and Badlands. Yeah. So do I want 3rd Stoneforge or do I want GT? Yeah, I know I definitely don't want Choke. I think I want the extra Stoneforge to help me get the skull instead of having the extra GT. Alright, let's go. Yep, I agree with the 3rd Stoneforge assessment. This looks like a decent hand. And these are both going to go fetch basic forests. So my opponent would actually need to kill my Noble Hierarch. So what do I do next turn? Next turn I can Zenith and then Canonist. So they ponder. What do they do? Okay. So my options are Canonist into Zenith for Arbor. I'm for sure fetching a basic forest here. Another option is Zenith for 2. The good thing about doing Zenith for Arbor is that next turn if I draw any land I can sword into equip, which should be pretty good. So I think I'm going to play Canonist and Zenith for Arbor. Another option would be for us just to wait and go get Teague next turn. I think I'm kind of committed now. And I think clocking them is going to be very, very important. Yeah, also next turn I can go Knight. I can play Knight and start doing some stuff and some things. So I know that my opponent's interaction is Abrupt Decays and Echoing Truths. That's all of my opponent's interaction. That's all they got. So it's good to see that there are no pushes or anything like that. On the downside, that means that they have an answer to a Canonist that's, you know, holding a sword. Yeah, I still have the screenshot over here. So I still know what they have going on over there. 4 Chrome Mox is very interesting actually. 4 Mox, 4 LED, 4 Lotus Petal. Was that a good draw? What do you guys think? Does that one do it? So how do we want to do this? I want to play Mom. I want to play Mom first. Then I tap Cradle for 4. And then I equip on the Dry Driver. I honestly think that Canonist plus Mom already just locks the game by itself. I don't even think we would need anything else at that point. Massacre is not a thing. I think I'm going to... So if they wanted to not give me a trigger, they need to kill the Arbor, or bounce the Arbor, or bounce the sword, I guess. Because otherwise, even if they have blue, then they would need to like bounce the Canonist in response. Yeah, so they have an answer to something. I don't know what they're gonna answer yet. I assume they're gonna answer the Canonist with a decay. That's what I'm assuming. Yep, Canonist down. So then it was good that I decided to do this on the Arbor. Take 3 plus 2. We draw something, which is another Canonist. Okay, so if we survive, we got the game in lockup. So we just need to survive this turn. An empty doesn't do it for my opponent. We just need to survive this turn. If we manage to survive this turn and not get tendrilled, then we should be fine. Very interesting game. Very interesting game. Lots of very close decisions. Lots of very close decisions. Teague on the board. Yeah, I could have Teague on the board, but I could not have the Dryad Arbor, right? So I would be much shorter on mana, and I would not been able to do all the stuff that I just did. I've been using this Arbor mana for the past 2 turns. And I also would have not been able to play Mom and Teague on the same turn because I also only have a white source. Oh, I guess I could have seen it for it, so never mind. Yep, maybe fetching the Arbor was wrong, and I should have just... And I just should have like waited for a turn and gotten a Teague. In the meantime, though, while my opponent thinks, I am going to go to the bathroom, and I will be right back. Am I dead yet? I think I am dead. That looks like dead to me. Definitely looks like dead to me. Is there more? There is more. Tutor for what? For decay? Decay the mom? Or decay the sword? Yeah. That's a good play for my opponent. That's a pretty good play right there. It's a pretty good play. Okay, now things have changed. Now things have changed. My opponent has 0 cards in hand, so playing another Canonist doesn't really do much for me. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play my Wasteland, and I'm gonna play the Knight. Knight is gonna be a much faster clock, and I can swing for... Yeah, maybe we punted there. Maybe I punted. You guys clearly knew what was up. Okay. So, as I was saying, at this point, I don't think Canonist does anything. So I'm gonna play the Knight. I can swing for 2 this turn. My opponent attacks for 9. I block with the Knight. Okay, so I'm going to attack with Red Arbor, but I'm not going to give it pro red. So if my opponent wants to like trade for this Red Arbor, I don't care. In fact, I'm actually excited about that. I think we're still in okay shape here. I think we're still in okay shape. My opponent already used both decays, so I'm not afraid of... I'm not afraid of his green mana. So I guess that I am going to destroy their blue source, so they cannot Echoing Truth me. So they take 2, down to 11. So I want to protect myself from Echoing Truth, so I'm going to destroy this. And my opponent just does not have enough goblins to get the job done here. Because I'm going to block 2, take 8, and Mom will protect herself. And next turn I'll even have more blockers. My opponent does not have enough mana to cast my opponent does not have enough mana to cast Massacre, and there's going to be a Canonist in place, so they also cannot cast Ritual into Massacre. Also, Massacre will kill all of their dudes, which is funny. Block and block. Give herself protection from red. Next turn, their attacks are even worse. And I'm still at 10. And I even draw a Wasteland. Yeah, this should be game over. I think we get there. Six, 7 because of the Noble Hierarch trigger. Now with no red mana. I think attacking with Arbor was okay, right? I still have 2 blockers. My opponent is in over a 2-turn clock, and even I know that I'm going to be playing Canonist next turn. So now I'm going to attack with Knight. I attack with 9. My opponent does not have any kind of interaction for Elder Sworn Canonist. So I'm going to swing for 7. Putting them on a 2-turn clock. And I still have 3 blockers. I'm gonna, like, this Dread Arbor is just gonna die, but I don't care. And the Mom is again going to protect herself. And on my next turn, this Knight is gonna be lethal through Knight is gonna be lethal through like however goblins they want to leave back because of the Mom. So yep, so we should be good here. I think we got there. I think we got her. Yeah, my opponent's saying we got a great game here, and I agree. I think all of these games have been pretty sweet. It's nice. It truly is pretty nice to play with somebody, you know, that's also enjoying the game. You know, that where both of us are just having fun. Where both of us are just having a good time. So my opponent is swinging only for 6 because this is very much non-lethal. There's no need for me to risk anything at all. I don't even need to block with the mom and protect herself and then get exposed to like an echoing truth on the mom. So I can just do this. Knight is now even larger. On the other hand, it would have been this is very interesting. So if my opponent has exactly echoing truth, so they're gonna be swinging for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm gonna lead here. I'm going to lead at. I just saw 2 follows. So let's see who we're talking about. Solnox and Confidanten. Thanks for following. I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to give pro protection from red to the Canonist. I'll just do it to the Knight. Pro red to the Knight. And I can recast it on my second main if I need to. And I will still have 2 blockers for my opponent. I guess I could have also done this with the Canonist, which would have probably been better. Because if my opponent has any answers, then the Canonist is going to be, you know, actually the one that... But I think I want to go for lethal here. Alright, do you have exactly Echoing Truth? Because I know your list and I know that you don't have any other outs here. Do they have exactly the Echoing Truth? Holy crap, they have it. They have it, damn. Ugh. Okay. So we replay the Knight. And we pass the turn. We still have 2 blockers. They still don't have lethal. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. And Knight would have given me like an activation that I can get some free value from. So yeah, that's what I was saying. Maybe I should have done this on the Canonist. My opponent had exactly the 2-outer in hand. That's hilarious. And they also drew it last turn. No, they drew it like on the immediate turn after they made all the gobos. Because on the last turn, they would have played the land. Yeah, that was bad. That was actually bad because now I could, if I had done this on the Canonist, I just replay the Canonist. And now, end of turn, I get to activate. I get to fetch a forest for a wasteland and actually get them. See you, Arkan. Have a good stream, man. And we can actually like wasteland the Volk and force my opponent to like do it now. Yeah, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Would be nice to do like Batterskull or something like that. That's just like game over and that doesn't force me to do anything. Alright, can we do the same play again? Can we do the same play again? So I do this here, and then I have 2 blockers. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this here. Give this pro red. Serve with Canonist. I think we still survive second truth though. We go down to 1. So if my opponent drew the second truth last turn and they draw exactly Grape Shot, which they don't have in their deck, then they got us. But do they have it? Do they have it? The slow roll, the slow roll. This is great. This is great. I'm loving this. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. This is so close. At this point, I don't think they have it because they are just taking a long time. But this slow roll is fun. This slow roll is fun. Just kidding, says my opponent. We got there. Opponent's cool. I like my opponent. All right, 2-0. 2-0, beating Tess. Some sweet games we've had. Honestly, today's stream, we've just had some awesome games. Like, against that Esper... against that Esper deck, we just had, like, the ultimate top deck into... It was pretty awesome. We just had an amazing match against Storm. Sorbo one. Keep, I guess. This hand is pretty good against a lot of decks in the format, not so good against other decks in the format. The Esper monstrosity. It pretty much was, to be fair. It pretty much was. This is not a bad draw because it allows us to play around Stifle, which is something I'm quite interested in doing. I guess this runs into days, but it's fine. I should probably let on Gadok. Holy crap! Are they on Storm or something? No, they can't be on Storm because they have Force. Duh, I'm stupid. Okay, I guess that basically tells me that they do not have days. They for sure do not have days. Ugly Brainstorm. Ugly Brainstorm is ugly. Maybe we are against Rug. Maybe Grixis control. That confirms it is Rug. So we're against Rug, which is nice. Now we can actually... They chose to shuffle. So I'm gonna do this as mana ramp, basically. Whoops. No, we're fine. I'm gonna play the Teague first. And now I'm going to destroy my opponent's drop. Teague doesn't do anything, but the only thing that it does is it makes it so the Cradle adds 2 mana, so I can play around... I can play around Daze on my next turn. At this point, I would imagine that my opponent would have bottomed a Daze if they had had the chance of drawing it. Yeah, this is gonna be revenge time, which I'm very much okay with. I think this matchup is actually quite positive for us. But just my opponent, last time we played them, damn, they had some particularly strong draws. Teague swings for 2. Play a knight. You got Stifle and Ace. He needs them both. Nope. Knight resolved. So this should be game over right here. Mom and Knight is... it's too much for them to deal with, I think. Also, next turn we can play Batter Skull. Man, Gaia's Cradle can be so nasty in this deck. It truly can. Wow, this is very, very interesting. I think I'm going to protect the knight. Gonna be my knight pro red. I'm gonna let the mom go, which is really sad, but gotta do it. Fork Bolt is super interesting though. So... resolve or not? So they're gonna bolt the knight in response, and now I get to fetch, and now they can stifle the fetch, which doesn't do much, but it's fine. At this point, I'm getting a second Savannah here. 3 damage resolves. Now they need to have another bolt to kill the knight. Yep, so that's okay. Now Teague is wrecking me. Is that a good draw? I wonder if that's a good draw. And I'm slamming the sword here. Because even if I got a GT, I would not play it this turn. No need for me to play in today's. And next turn, I can actually play the sword and equip, and should be pretty good. Never mind. Cancel that order. One card left in hand, though. You see the ace? Is your last card exactly the ace? Nope. Cool. Another wasteland. Sure. Canopy down. Activate sword. 4th bolt. Nope. Yep. So that's game. Now there's no way they can deal with this, which is pretty funny. It's not bad. It's not bad. Yep, this should be game over now. Yep. My opponent has seen enough. It's kind of funny how Teague, which is probably like the single worst card in the matchup, was the one that ended up getting there. It's pretty funny. Definitely want chokes. Definitely want council judgment to deal with the impossible to deal with threats. I do not want Teague. Couple of CNETs can go. Yep. Love me some Thalia against Rug. I think that Ooze is actually pretty good. Pride Mage is the one that I'm not really sure about. Thalia sounds amazing. Other Thalia sounds also amazing. Excavator sounds pretty good. Maybe I just have 2 chokes on the draw and 3 chokes on the play. Choke gets so much better on the play. Let's do this. Alright, by the way, thank you very much to all 33 viewers that we got right now. Hope you guys are enjoying the content and enjoying seeing me mulligan terrible hands. Ugh. In any case, my name is Francisco. I stream mostly land. Yeah, I guess I keep that on top. I stream mostly Legacy and Modern. I'm a big fan of this gal right here, Untitled Chapter, and Primeval Titan, which you might also be familiar with. In this stream, we play mostly Untitled Chapter in Legacy and Primeval Titan in Modern, but sometimes we like to change things up as well. If you enjoy the stream, please make sure that you are hitting that follow button, which is of course free. And it helps me grow the stream, of course. And if you really enjoy the stream, I'm an affiliate now, so you can actually subscribe to the channel, which is of course very, very cool. I will greatly appreciate it. And you also get access to the primetime emote, which is pretty sweet. In any case, what do we do here? Options are turn 1 Noble Hierarch, which is awful in the face of Daze. So if my opponent has like Daze Wasteland, we basically lose on the spot. So I am going to like Wasteland on my first turn to make that less likely. I'm not a big fan of Wastelanding on turn 1 when my opponent's on the play, but sometimes it does the job. Okay, that's something that makes me happy that I made the play I made. No Daze and no fetch, so my opponent does not have a bolt, or maybe they don't know what they want to fetch for yet. I guess they do have the bolt. Okay, that's not a bad draw. I am definitely not playing this Noble Hierarch. My opponent showed me multiple forked bolts, and I don't want to run this Knight when it just dies to a single bolt. So I'm actually going to make a weird play, and I'm going to lead on the Sword of Fire and Ice. Nikos, I know that that's a play that people used to make in the old days, I guess. But I'm just not a fan of bringing a card like Surgical in a matchup like this, where every single one of your cards really counts. I think Surgical is in the deck for different reasons. It's in the deck almost exclusively for combo. It's not really in a. I guess one could argue that against Terminus in particular, it's okay, but that would be the only exception. Just because, you know, Terminus is pretty much it's a pretty strong beating, basically. I'm somewhat happy about that exchange, actually. Now I'm very sure that my opponent does not have a Daze. On the bad side, that means that my opponent gets to resolve True Name Nemesis now, which is really hard for my deck to deal with. Oh, Goif is fine. We can outrace a Goif. Ugh. I basically can't beat anything here, so I'm going to play all my stuff. That was a mistake. I should have played the knight first. Should have 100% played the knight first. If my opponent drew exactly the ace, I would have been in trouble. Okay, what you got? This. My opponent reveals the ace. That's hilarious. Take 6 here? Or chump? I feel like chumping here, it's not horrible actually. So I'm gonna chump with the hierarch. Once I get to untap with knight, my opponent is gonna have a very, very hard time dealing with it. Unless they have exactly bolt here. Or they have true name, which is much worse for me. Much, much worse for me. So then I'm much happier about my decision of... I know for a fact my opponent has a ace over there. So we're plowing here. And passing the turn. Oh, turn off, turn off. Okay, sweet. I totally forgot that I could go fetch a cradle here. And cradle helps me play around days quite effectively. So I can fetch this Savannah away. I go get a Gaia's Cradle, add 1, 2, 3 mana and play around days like a boss. And also make my knights bigger than my opponent's Goif. Wow, I always also missed that for a second there. Very glad I was able to catch that. Very glad I was able to catch that in time. So now the only card that I care about is my opponent's true name, and I'm at 14, so I can probably race it somewhat effectively. I can start swinging in with my knight, and then keep the other knight back to block. So true name comes in, that's fine. Because we really want to see a Council's Judgment over there. Really want to see a Council's Judgment. So let's think. I can swing with knight. Or I can double fetch with knight. If I double fetch with knight, I kind of want to... Because I can draw a card first. So I swing with 1, that's going to be a 6-6. My opponent has a ace in hand. So I swing for 6. And I play Thalia on my second main. My opponent can chump with any of their dudes. But they cannot chump with multiple of their dudes. Because I can just like wasteland myself. And absolutely demolish him. So I think one knight is going to serve. And depending on what my opponent does, it's what I'm going to do in response. So let's start here. I don't want to play the Thalia to begin with, because I don't want my opponent to be able to idolize their days and be able to get threshold that way. So I'm just playing Thalia here. So now I have blockers for everything my opponent has. End of turn, I'm gonna fetch this Savannah away, and I'm gonna get a Horizon Canopy, which I'm gonna crack at end of turn. which will make my knights 7/7s. Wasteland. Wasteland's pretty good for them. So they can waste my Cradle. So there's no need for me to crack this now. You can just untap and see what my opponent does. They do nothing. So I'm gonna do this. That was a bad draw, by the way, in case you guys hadn't noticed. I can go with Ooze here. And Ooze is insane. Oh yeah. Ooze is really, really good here. That was a great draw. Oh, Screeve Ranger is also great. Screeve Ranger allows me to have Knight on both attack duty and also defense duty. So what's better, Screeve Ranger or Ooze? The good thing about Ooze is that it makes their Mongooses absolutely awful. And it also makes it also survives Fork Bolt and Bolt, so I'm gonna get the Ooze instead. It also gains life, so I can start outracing. And next turn, my opponent will need to start chomping with their stuff. Wow, I guess this turn they're gonna start chomping. The thing I don't like about Ranger is the fact that it just dies to so much stuff, right? It just dies to Bolt. Now this Ooze survives both Bolt and Fork Bolt, and it also gains me life. I know my opponent's card is just a Daze, so I can do this main phase. And then my Ooze is out of Bolt range. It made my opponent's Nimble Mongooses, Monkeys, or however you want to call it, absolutely unplayable cards. And now I have two Knights racing, one True Name Nemesis with my opponent at 13 and me at 10. Second True Name, it's an issue. But that's like the only thing that I can think of right now. No, it's a 1-1. It's a 1-1. So my opponent ponders, but I think they are locked out. I think they are locked out. I don't think there's anything they can really do. They need to start double chomping now. I'm activating Knight EOT. They play a Delver. Okay. Wasteland Cradle. Okay. So that's 9. I can go get a fetch, but that would put me at my opponent's. Okay, so I can make the Knights. I can make the Knights 9-9, 10-10. So then if I swing with everything, my opponent needs to 1, 2. They need to double chump both Knights, and the Ooze makes it through, and I still leave Thalia and Noble Hierarch behind. So my opponent's only out is if this Delver flips with exactly Bolt in the blind, right? Is it in the blind or did they shuffle? No, they chose to not shuffle, so it's actually somewhat possible that my opponent's top card is indeed so another option then is to double Wasteland him of red mana. Which I think is what I'm going to do. So they cannot bolt me out of the game. Play Casali. They need to chump this night. I know my opponent's upkeep, I can make a decision about what I want to do. Go if down. So now I have 2 blockers for my opponent's stuff. So my opponent cannot really get through. So I'm just gonna do this now actually. Destroy both bulks. Because my opponent, oh, they ponder, they didn't brainstorm. It's fine, whatever. Let's do this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now my opponent cannot attack with a Delver, even if they flip it. Thalia stops them from playing literally any spell. True Name Nemesis basically cannot swing anymore. Yep, they had run the Fork Bolt. Yeah, so I'm actually quite happy with how we played it. Yeah, my opponent says well played. I think we locked them out there. Yep, we got there. Sweet. We played to my opponent's outs and we got him. That was pretty sweet. Alright. I'm gonna get some food cooking while we stream the next match. Thanks, MTG Lord. Yeah, I thought that. Yeah, when I feel like I'm that far ahead, that's the way that I try to think. Okay, so right now my opponent can only beat me if they do this, this, and this, and this. Everything needs to be perfect, and if everything is perfect, they win. So how can I prevent everything from being perfect, which was for my opponent right there? So that I get my opponent to the point where even if everything is perfect, it doesn't matter. And yeah, and we found the line. We found the line. Thanks, Centro. Thank you. Yeah, that's why I really enjoy this deck. You know, it's like all of this. There's always it always feels. I mean, yeah. Sometimes there are like big matches, like when we played against Rack Delver the previous time, right? That match, it just felt like it didn't matter what we did. My opponent always had the exact answer, and they just got us. But when it's like all about the tiny decisions. This deck is really sweet. I have been enjoying it quite a bit. I really enjoy like the play patterns that the deck has, all the options, and I'm a sucker for like this kind of toolboxy decks. Um, that's why I love Amulet, and I think Amulet is my favorite deck of all time in modern. That is, but this kind of deck has the same feeling, with the Green Sun Zenith, the Stonefort package, and Knight of the Reliquary with all your value lands. It's just you have toolbox into toolboxes into toolboxes. It's great. Okay, never play with this player. Give him the good luck and. Uh, is this hand good enough? If I knew what I'm playing against, this would be much easier. Since I don't, I'm gonna keep this, but it's probably wrong. It's probably just straight out wrong. And I'm going to fetch a basic forest because there's a chance that we're playing against a Blood Moon deck or something like that, or Stifle. So I want to make sure that I do this right now. Maybe it was a mistake and I should have led on Savannah into Hierarch and then have the fetch as a way to get a Dried Arbor in the future in case my Hierarch dies. Okay. So this makes my play a little bit easier. I'm just going to source the Hierarch here. I'm playing around days. I'm doing, whatever it is. Next turn, I can play the sword through a days. And on the following turn, I can equip and go to town. We, at this point, could be playing against either Infect or Band Blade. Yeah, it feels like Infect or Band Blade, but my opponent last round my opponent had it. Okay, now we know for sure where it is. But last turn my opponent had like the exact same opening, and they ended up being on Rug. Rug, what's his name? Rag Delver. Okay, what now? For sure we start there. What's more important, to resolve by night or to resolve the swords? Because my opponent seems to be like a little bit short on mana. That's why they play the Inkmoth second. So I kind of really want to kill this Noble Hierarch. Alright. Please no days. Please no days. Please. No days. Sick. Alright, if we get to untap with Knight, I think we're actually in a pretty good spot. Because we can waste my opponent's Inkmoth. And now they have no threat. I honestly have zero experience with Infect. I have a bit of experience with Green Sun Zenith, as you probably have figured out by this point. But I do not have any experience at all with Alright, so this is what I absolutely love about Maverick. Okay. So, we got Script Ranger, okay? What Script Ranger does is it allows me to return a forest in order to untap one of my dudes. Okay? So, one of the cards in my deck is Gaia's Cradle. So I'm pretty sure that what I want to do here is I want to pay 2. I want to play Script Ranger. See what my opponent does. They do nothing. Sweet. Okay. So I'm going to activate Knight, sacking a forest. Go get Gaia's Cradle. I can pay 3. I can play my sword. What do you have to say about this, opponent? Nothing. Okay. Step number 3. Play my forest. Equip, I guess, Noble Hierarch? Probably Knight. I probably want to deal more damage, right? Yeah. Activate Script Ranger. Untap the Knight. And I can do this once every turn. So even I'm going to swing right now. My opponent's going to take 6. I'm going to point the trigger, 7 actually. I'm going to point the trigger at the Blighted Agent, forcing them to either, to save the Blighted Agent somehow. Of course I have Pro Blue, so he can't block. So my opponent will need to use like an Invigorator or something. Okay, sweet. This is awesome. So now I can play another Noble Hierarch. And next turn, I have the Script Ranger to block the Ink Moth, or I can even untap Knight again and just Wasteland the Ink Moth away. So that's Script. That's why I always say that secretly Script Ranger is the best card in Maverick. It's insane. Like there's so many plays that you can do, and when you have like Script Ranger and Mom going, oof, dude, it's insane. It's insane. Also, Script Ranger blocks Baleful Strix and Delver all day. It also, when you have Mom in play, it also blocks Merit Lage super effectively. And we just lock them out. Sweet. So this doesn't stop Ink Moth. Oh, never mind. It does stop Ink Moth. Okay. So that makes me interested. Thalia is actually super good against them. Both Swords and GT are really good. Battle Skull is bad. Excavator, it's not great. Usually you want to like Wasteland once or twice. Wasteland locking them is not the most efficient thing to do. Canonist can be really good, or it can be like absolutely terrible. Even when you play like on turn 2 on the play, they still like, you know, swing and grow the dude. The good thing is that if they grow the dude, they cannot protect it, which is real nice. So I think I'm gonna bring in Teagues. Bring in a Canonist. Bye bye Ooze. Bye bye Teague. Casali Pride Mage actually kills Ink Moth, so I'm interested in this. And guess we're gonna do this. Yeah, Battle Skull is horrendous. The only card I might be interested in is this, which is crazy slow, but sometimes it's the only way. Because they have like vines and stuff like that, and Council's Judgment gets around all of that crap. Maybe Choke is better than Canonist? I'm not even sure though. I think I want Canonist on the draw, and I probably want Choke on the play. I can see myself playing 1 or 2 Chokes, but I don't think I want the full playset. Maybe I can side out 1 Mom and another Zenith. Let's go with this. Choke can be good sometimes, but sometimes all they need is like 2 mana sources, like to play their dude, and then all the stuff, the other stuff that they do is just free, so you don't get to do much. So we got good Inkmoth interaction. We got Canonist on turn 2 or Jite. I think we're gonna keep this. It's a little bit on the slow side. We really want to see a Noble Hierarch, a Green Sun Zenith, or Hierarch, Zenith, or Swords. Swords as 1 mana interaction. I don't think I want to waste the drop because I want to make my land drops so I can play my stuff. They chose to not shuffle with the Ponder. It's pretty good. Turn 1 Caracas. Go. This is exactly what I wanted to draw. So now I can do this. I can Swords the Hierarch. My opponent can daze me, but that's fine. They don't. So I'm going to like slam this Wasteland right now. No more threat for you. And now we keep going. Next turn I'm going to Savannah. Oh yeah, they're brainstorming. It's pretty good for us. Pretty good for us. So next turn I play Savannah and Canonist. And on the following turn I play Stoneforge. And I get to play probably I fetch for GTA and get to play it, which seems like it could be pretty good. We'll see how good Choke is, I guess. We'll get to try that. I think Canonist is gonna be okay though. I have high hopes for Canonist. The 2/2 dude would be really bad here for me though. That's the 2/2 dude that I was talking about right now. Let's see how good this is. Seems like it's pretty good. Gonna go ahead and say that it seems like it's pretty good. Play Canonist. Play Cradle. Play Jite. I feel ahead here. I'm gonna go as far as to say that I feel ahead right here. Choke. Choke. Gotta choke. Alright. This has been a blast. This has been an absolute blast. To be fair, Infect seems overall like a pretty good matchup. I played it like probably 2 or 3 times. Probably 3 or 4. And every time I played against it, it just felt... This is even... I played a lot of Maverick before the bannings, before the Deathrite Shaman bannings. And the matchup for Maverick seemed really, really good. But yeah, so this is gonna be my last match of the day. So hopefully we get a good one. I feel like that should probably be my next emote. That should probably be like Whenever I get another emote, just get a choke emote. Just like, choke. Alright, so we get two chances at the 5-0 on the same stream. This feels pretty good. Not gonna lie, it feels pretty good. It's been a pretty decent stream so far. Actually, there's been a follower that I didn't count. So thanks to you all for the follows. I really appreciate it. It always helps to, you know, to make me want to do what I'm doing right now. Actually, I am very seriously considering. In fact, I set myself the goal that I would do it this week. I want to buy a new computer because this one really struggles sometimes. The other day we had a lot of viewers because Jeff Hoogland was kind enough to host me, and it was rough. It was rough. We did a lot of lagging, a lot of freezing, and it was not pretty. It was not pretty. But today it feels like the stream is okay. Are you guys having any issues or anything like that? Oh, and in fact, are you guys able to see the Stream Decker thing? I tried to install it the other day, but I'm not really sure whether it actually worked out or not. Yep, gonna keep this hand. Turn 1, fetch basic planes. It's kind of awkward to fetch for a basic planes with the ooze, but in the blind it's usually a good idea to try to play around nasty stuff. Turn 1, basic swamp, Inquisition of Kozilek. Holy shit. What did I get paired against? What did I get paired against? Central, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Stream is fine. Sweet. What do I even do here? Do I want to go get a hierarch? I mean, what is this? Turn 1, snow cover swamp into Inquisition of Kozilek. Should I think that this is... What's his name? Grixis control? I kind of don't want to get hemmed. Yeah, I'm gonna scene it for a noble hierarch here. And I will not attack with mom. Yeah, Pox. Honestly, like the first time this happened to me, something was like turn 1 basic swamp into like Thoughtseize, and I was like Pox. And holy shit, are we playing against Pox? We are playing against Pox. I mean, I guess mom is serving then, because if my opponent is actually on Pox, which now I actually think they might be, then their removal is going to be mostly sacrifice based. Haha, the whiff. Wasteland my Savannah, sure. That's a good one. That's a good one. I think I'm gonna get Batterskull here. Mostly because my opponent has shown me multiple Inquisitions. So Batterskull plays around Inquisition quite nicely. I think I've played the Pox matchup a grand total of 0 times. So this should be interesting. This should be interesting. Ah. Stop having lands, opponent. Stop it. Oh, that's fine. That I can live with. I guess mom is gonna serve again. Next turn, Skull. Knuckle. Fuck me anyways, right? Would have been nice to have gotten there. Would have been nice. Okay, so I'm paying for the Hierarch and the Germ. Pay 1 for Germ. Yes. Pay 1 for Stoneforge. No. Pay 1 for Hierarch. Yes. Pay 1 for Mom. No. Land. Nice. Never didn't have it. Yeah, I would imagine that Sideboard is gonna be sketchy against this deck. Please don't have pushes and stuff. Yes. Yes. That's nice. I've been having some quite nice draws, I'm not gonna lie. Been having some nice draws. That one's a beating though. Holy crap, that one's good. 1, 2, and 3. So Wasteland basically wins the game. So now that Sinkhole on Wasteland makes a lot of sense. Now that Sinkhole on Wasteland makes a lot of sense. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes. 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 And yes. I don't have Loam, but I have a Source of Plowshares. Boy, is this card bad here. Yep, you got me. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. 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 And yes. Then Inquisition me, please. No discard spell. Ugh. That's a discard spell. Sure. Yes. Yes, and yes. This is a little bit It's a little bit annoying. Well, that's something at least. Now I can fetch Drydiver and start like dealing some damage, I guess. This is pretty funny, actually. This is pretty hilarious. Alright, let's see some lands. I'm not gonna play you, though. I'd rather take the 1 damage. Alright, what do you got for me, opponent? Bojuki Bog. Sure, that one doesn't do much. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes. Holy crap, so much time used on this Tabernacle. And my plays just never change. Mistress Factory. Damn it. Damn it. Yes. 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 Damn. This is so annoying to do. Alright, that's something. That's something. Okay. So I'm gonna play the Noble Hierarch now. Gonna serve. And the reason I play the Noble Hierarch is that now the Noble Hierarch can pay for my other stuff. So I can have extra open mana. And I can finally play my knight and go fetch a wasteland. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 1, 2, and 3. And I'm gonna pay for the Dried Arbor. Yes. For the Germ. Yes. And I guess for one of the Noble Hierarchs. Yes. And then the other 2 will die. No. And no. Gonna play Knight. And now on my upkeep, I can actually go fetch. On my upkeep, I can go fetch Gaia's Cradle, and Cradle should blank the Tabernacle, so we should be fine. Another option would be to just like Wasteland the Knuckle, which is also an option. But I think I'm more interested in. Just don't draw an answer tonight. That's all I'm asking for. Okay. So, I'm gonna discard the swords. Okay. Sacrifice a creature. Discard Noble Hierarch. Sacrifice a land. Get Savannah. And everything else is fine. Yeah, Tabby is doing some work. So we got this going on. Gonna pay 1 here. And I'm not gonna pay for the. I am gonna sack the Dried Arbor. Go fetch a Gaia's Cradle. So not paying for Arbor. No. But I'm gonna be paying for the germ. And the knight, of course. It's so fucking tricky. How many did I use? All my noble hierarch? I think I just used all my noble hierarchs. Yep, I got all 4. So this Sinith literally gets nothing right now. You sure you want to double trade instead of just activating maze? Oh, he just trades for 1? He can double pump. That makes sense. Alright. Aggro Factory. Getting me down to 30. Gonna pay 1 for the knight. Yes. That one's not bad. That one's not bad. Okay. What can I do? Can go Wasteland then Knackle. At this point, I don't care about the Green Suns anymore. Can go get Verdant Catacombs. Fetch is Savannah. Wait, do I have enough Savannah? Yes. Sweet. And I play Thalia. So now Cradle taps for 2. And I have protection for my knight from another smallpox. Okay. Bye bye Excavator. Which is a little bit unfortunate, to be fair. But now I can start attacking again, right? No, because Factory can pump itself, so I cannot start attacking again. So Cradle pays for everything. Yes. So my opponent is like on straight mono black, so I'm not expecting any kind of shenanigans like Loam or anything like that. Ratchet Bomb. That one hopefully is going to be too slow. So my options are here. I definitely want to waste. The thing here is, what do I waste? I can waste the Knackle, or I can waste the Mace. Those are the two options. I think I actually want to waste the Mace. So Cradle is going to take care of both dudes. But now I can attack, destroy the mace. Now my opponent has a forced. They have a forced chump on the knight. They have a forced chump on the knight. Otherwise they die. But I'm dead to smallpox off the top. Alright. So no land destruction, please. I can beat anything but land destruction. Nether Spirit is also fine. It's not a bad draw. Do I have Dried Arbor? I don't think I do anymore. Nope, it died already. Holy crap, this game has been... This game has been something else, really. Wow, he doesn't even need to pay for Nako. That's some synergy right there. Don't tell me you have the Liliana. Yes. So I think at this point I waste the Knuckle. I'm going to pay 1, fetch for a forest, play the Jite, and leave the knight untapped. Yeah, Pox is... Make them pay for the Nether Spirit. Got him. So they got a sinkhole. Well, thankfully they didn't have the sinkhole on the previous turn, because that would have been terrible for me. Fetch. Last Wasteland. Waste Knuckle. So I have 1 forest left. But I can't get through that Nether Spirit. So my only way to get through is to fetch. This is my last night activation. Float mana. Sacrifice. Go fetch. Caracas, I guess. Equip Jite. And next turn I can do something. Yeah, this is not easy. Like any edict effect from my opponent just wins them the game basically. So the reason I'm doing this is so now the spirit comes back, but I can actually kill it before blocks. Swing before blocks, -1, -1. -1, -1. Can I get their opponent? Please don't have a fatal push. Don't have. Now that was glorious. That was absolutely glorious. That was insane. I loved every second of that. I want Python Needle. I want Rex Sage. I want Civil Library. Yes, thank you very much. Don't want Teague. I probably want Gideon. I don't think I want Nissa. Probably side out 3 swords. Probably all 4 swords. It only deals with Nether Spirit. But moms are also so bad too. Probably do this. I'm gonna go with this. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Gideon for sure. I'm not so sure about Nissa. 5 seems like so much more than 4. Keep. This card is insane. I don't know if I told you guys already about it. This card is really good. Acquisition's bad. I think actually my turn 1 play is gonna be fetch land, pass. This way I play around Sinkhole. They take the knight. Fetch land, pass. This way I get to play around Sinkhole and I get to... Anyway, Mommy's not gonna do much anyway, right? So... That's bad. Don't get my ranger. Don't get my... Of course, you got my 2 best cards. Shit. It really sucks when that happens. It really, really sucks when that happens. I hate him to Torak. They literally took my 2 best cards. Okay, what did you draw now? Smallpox. Suck mom. Leyline. Something weird to bring in. Alright, no second smallpox, please. Please and thank you. So I'm not going to Wasteland actually. My opponent showed me multiple things that are gonna make me want to Wasteland something else. Let's get Batterskull here. So I want to save this Wasteland for something like a Nako or Mace or something of that nature. Ugh, this is so close. This is so close. Sinkhole my planes. Okay. That one is not bad. Actually, I do want to kill the... I do want to kill the Uruborg here, I think. Because I want to make Liliana less likely. This factory is not going to be good in the face of the skull anyway. Curse Scroll. That's fine. Get me there, Skull. Get me there. Again, I'm saving the Wasteland for Maze of Ith, stuff like that. Choose a card name. Really card to any target. Okay. Bog is perfectly fine. How many Wastelands do I have left? Okay. Draw step. What do I exile here? Wasteland? Seems like the only card I care about from what my opponent has going on over there. Probably Sinkhole, so either Sinkhole or Wasteland. 5-0, baby! 5-0! That was an interesting match, to say the least. That was extremely tight. That was... Dude, that league was so much fun. I just had so much fun. Maverick is awesome. Maverick is just so freaking cool. This is the list. This is the list that we got there with. And boy, does it feel good. Boy, does it feel good. That was amazing. Knight is awesome. All right. Yeah, that was very, very interesting. That was like, dude, that was like the best league I've played in a really, really long time. I think that the play was super tight, and I think that every single matchup was super, super interesting. There were a lot of decisions, and we got there. I think the list is pretty sweet. It's a ton of fun. I really, really enjoy this kind of deck. I've been building it on paper. I'm missing a couple of very expensive cards, including this one right here, which is gonna be a painful. But the deck is just so much fun. It's so interesting, and there's always, there's like always super interesting like things that you can do. Like, you know, okay, my opponent has a knuckle, so I'm actually going to go ahead and sacrifice a couple of dudes, so I'm able to play my Nat this turn. So next turn, Cradle can counter that knuckle, and I need to use Cradle because I need to save my Wastelands for that Maze of Ith that I see over there. My stupid Ramming Up Excavator is dead, so I need to try to go for something else. I think it was really, really good. And yep, hope you guys enjoyed it. Because that was really, really exciting. In any case, that's gonna be it for me today. In case you guys haven't done so, feel free to hit that follow button over there. It is 100% free, and every time I go live, you will get notifications and stuff. I should also put somewhere that I now have a Twitter, and that Twitter is my name, so fpaulos mtg. That's my Twitter handle, and there I'm gonna be posting every time that I'm going live. So if you guys are interested in checking out future streams, you can always go there and check it out right there. You can of course also subscribe to the channel, get your sick primetime emote, and yep, if you have any questions, of course, feel free to like send me a whisper, or you can also reach me on like the Discord channels and whatnot. Thank you all 33 of you for watching today, and I hope to see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.